Good morning, students. How are you? I hope everybody is doing well. Right. How are you? I'm fine. I'm fine. What about you? Good? Chalo. So, myself, you know about me, right? Myself, I'm Swapna, Mathematics faculty from EduHunt, IIT and NEET Academy. Okay? Chalo. So, in the last class, we have completed our worksheet. Correct? We have completed our worksheet number 2. So I told you I'll be coming with a new concept with an energetic level, right? So what is that new concept? My next concept from trigonometry is about allied angles. So what is our next concept? This is about allied angles. Is it visible? Is it visible to all? Just a minute, we'll change it off. Yeah. It is allied angles. What do you define an allied angle? What is an allied angle? Here I have used the plural form. It should be allied angles. Allied angles are called, see, for example, let me take, I just defined the definition of allied angles. Just a minute. So you guys are ready to start the session. So what is the definition of allied angles? The sum or difference of any two angles which results 0 or integral multiple of 90 degrees. 90 degrees. Let's start with the definition of today's session. So, what is our concept today we are learning about? It is about allied angles, right? It is about allied angles. How I have defined the concept of allied angles? The sum or difference. You can do sum or you can do the difference, whatever it is, either any one of these both, not both at the same time. Correct? Sum aina cheyochu, subtraction aina cheyochu. Wait madhya, you need to do sum or difference of between any two angles. Yela undali, evaina rendu angles madhyalo sum chesina, subtract chesina, మీకు రిజల్ట్ ఎలా రావాలి? either 0 degree or integral multiple of 90. What is an integral multiple of 90? It can be 90 into 1, 90 into 2, 90 into 3 or 90 into minus 1. Any integer, right? Integral multiple of 90. ఆ ఫార్మాట్లో వస్తే if it comes in that way, if your result is getting either 0 or integral multiple of 90, then we consider those type of angles are called allied angles. Emantaru vatilni? We consider it is an allied angle. Let me take. Now you should get a doubt. In what way allied angles will be? How we can express allied angles? Correct. So I told you sum or difference. Again I define the definition, sum or difference. Sum cheyochu, difference cheyochu. So you can find out the sum or difference of any two angles. You need to get a result of either 0 or integral multiple of 90 or integral multiple of 90. Am I correct? Yes. So let's start the session. So what are the different types of angles so that you will be getting the result 0 or integral multiple of 90? I will write here some of them angles. Okay, chalo, done. So what are the angles here? So examples are, let me take T90 minus theta, 90 minus theta, 90 plus theta, 180 minus theta, 180 plus theta, 270 minus theta, 270 plus theta, 360 minus theta, 360 degrees plus theta. So these are some examples of allied angles. Ma'am, how? How these are examples of allied angles? You have written some of them angles, but how it should be an example of allied angle? That will be your next question, right? Don't worry guys, I'll prove it with an example. Just now I have told you, let me take any two angles from this. Any two angles, your wish. I have taken some of them two angles. So what I am writing here? So what I will be doing here? I will add or subtract, my wish. Okay, I will add or subtract. Let me take 90 minus theta plus 90 plus theta. 90 minus theta plus 90 plus theta. Minus theta plus theta will get cancelled. You got 180 degree. 180 degree is an even multiple of 90 degree. Correct? 180 degree, how you can express? 90 into 2. So this is an twice second multiple of 90 degree. Accepting my point. What is a definition as per the concept of allied angle? It is whatever the angles, whatever the two angles you consider, it should be either, if you do either addition or subtraction between those two angles, you need to get the resultant is 0 degree or integral multiple of 90 degree. Correct. This is what I have explained, right? Yes. Chalo. So among these two angles, I have considered one of the two angles on my own. So whenever I am just performing an addition in between these two, what I am going to get? 90 plus 90, which is 180 degree. That is an integral multiple of 90. Correct. You take any other two examples. So, and you can check it out. Either you will get 0 or 180 degree or any integral multiple of 90 degree. I hope I am clear with the definition part. So, what are allied angles? Any two angles, if you add or subtract, you should get a result of 0 degree or integral multiple of 90 degree. Clear? Chalo. So, let's see some deep concept of this. So, if I take a circle, right? So, I should explain my concept in the circle form, how it changes. So, this is my origin point. What is this? This is my origin point where x-axis and y-axis meets. X-axis, y-axis కలిసిన చోటు దగ్గర origin అంటారు. Right? So, this is my origin point. I have considered some random particle, random point. I have taken some point on the circle. Right? And I have addressed this point in the form of x comma y. I address this point P on the circle as x comma y. What is the meaning of x comma y? Those are coordinates as usually. Point P are coordinates, right? So that means from origin on x-axis, it lies with the x units. అంటే దీని అర్థం ఏంటి? P అన్న పార్టికల్ origin నుంచి ఎంత డిస్టెన్స్ లో వెళ్తుంది? x యూనిట్స్ డిస్టెన్స్ లో వెళ్తుంది. అంతేనా? ఇది 5. How you will represent a point in the coordinate geometry if it is 2, 3? Origin నుంచి x యూనిట్స్ మీద 2 యూనిట్స్ వెళ్ళింది. y యాక్సిస్ మీద 3 యూనిట్స్ వెళ్ళింది. కరెక్ట్? సిమిలర్లీ ఐ యామ్ డూయింగ్ హియర్. Origin నుంచి x యాక్సిస్ మీద x units. What will be the y? This will be the hypotenuse side. Correct? So, I am just dropping my perpendicular. This is my y. This is my y. Clear? So, point P anna తీసుకుంటే from origin it is traveling x units and from origin with the perpendicular distance of y from P is y. Understood? So, I am consider a random particle. Let me take a P dash, which is and let me take a P dash and I need to find the coordinates of P. Chalo. What are the coordinates of P here? Let me take a P dash and I'm just finding the coordinates of P over here. Why should I take the point P dash? Let me take. So from here to here the angle is 90 degree. Okay, if I take another ray, which is OP dash, in which origin is 0, 0. Right. So what you need to find out here? You need to find out the coordinates of P dash. How should I find out the coordinates of P dash? Right. So from here to here the angle represents is 90 degree. What is the angle from here to here? It is 90 degree from here to here. And what is the angle from O to P, which is theta? Then what must be the angle of this part? Ikkad nunchi ikkadiki 90 degree perpendicular. OP ray theta angle chestundi. What is the angle made with OP dash? If total is 90 subtract theta from 90. So that you will get this part, right, which is 90 minus theta. Correct. So if you could observe this properly, we have, let me take this point is Q. So if you could observe this properly, draw a perpendicular OP dash and on the y-axis and consider this point is Q dash and consider that point as Q dash. So I have taken all the terminologies. So first target, what you need to find? I need to find 90 minus theta, correct? 90 minus theta. For that, whenever I am taking some particle P dash on the circle, it is formed, the angle is formed with the OP dash with the x-axis. So what is the coordinates of P dash? First, what is my concept? I need to find the coordinates of P dash. How you should find out? Can you find out the coordinates of P dash? Let me check over here. Coordinates of P dash. Correct. So what I am doing here, coordinates of P dash, I am just drawing a perpendicular from P dash on y-axis. Let that point is Q dash. Correct. So if you could observe the triangle OP dash Q dash and OPQ, can I say these both are similar triangles? You have 90 degree and this is representing 90 degree. Correct? 90 degree, 90 degree. Radius. Can I say these both are similar triangles? So by the definition of similarity and congruency property of triangles, can I make this part? See, can I write like OP dash? OP is a hypotenuse in the first triangle. Is hypotenuse in the first triangle. OP side is equal to, which OP side is equal to OP dash in the OP dash Q dash triangle. Malli cheptunnanu. Em triangles teeskunnanu? I have taken two triangles. First one is OPQ, second one is OP dash Q dash. Okay, second one is OP dash Q dash. I have taken two triangles. By the similarity and the congruency property of triangles, first OP annadi hypotenuse first triangle lo, alage OP dash is also hypotenuse in the second triangle. Can I make these both are equal by the similarity and congruency property of triangles? Yes. Next, what I can do, that will equal to which part? OQ is your adjacent side, is equal to, what is adjacent side of this figure? OQ dash. What is the adjacent side of this figure? OQ dash. Correct. Which is also equal to, what is the vertical side? Which is PQ. PQ is equal to, what is the adjacent side of this figure? This is P dash Q dash. Correct. So we'll get P dash Q dash. Understood? This I have written by the congruency property of triangles. What are the triangles? Both I have taken here. One is OPQ, other one is OP dash Q dash. Clear with this? Chalo. Next one. So OP and OP dash are both hypotenuse sides, and at the same time these both are also representing your hypotenuse and radius of the circle. So this is the circle, and can I take from origin to point which is considered as radius of the circle? Let that be R. Can I take like that? Yes, I have taken point P which lies exactly on the circle, and it is located exactly from the origin of the circle. So can I take OP as a radius from the figure? Can I take OP as a radius from the figure? So let that be R. Similarly, OP dash is also radius. Correct? So both are becoming R upon R. Correct? R upon R. Done. Next one. What is the side of OQ? What is the side of OQ from this given figure? Simple. It is X units, right? I have told you this particular point is located from origin at X units distance. So can I take OQ is nothing but X, and I need to find the value of OQ dash. I don't know the value of OQ dash, right? That is what I need to find here, right? In order to find the coordinates of P dash, I need to know the value of OQ dash. Correct. Next. So what is the value of PQ from the figure? It is Y. PQ is Y upon P dash Q dash. What is the value of P dash Q dash? What is the value of P dash Q dash? That thing also I need to find it out. That thing also I need to find it out. Correct. Next. So R divided by R, which is equal to 1. Which is equal to 1. So what I am doing? 1 is equal to X by OQ dash, or this one A equal to B, A equal to C. So I can make equal to both the things, right? So 1 is also equal to Y divided by P dash Q dash. Y divided by P dash Q dash. Correct. So what I need to find? Where OQ dash is getting X and P dash Q dash is getting the value Y. P dash Q dash is getting the value Y. Rendu values find out chesanu. Nakem cheyali? I need to find out the coordinates of P dash. I need to find out the coordinates of P dash. Jagrattaga chodali. P dash. So I just write here OQ dash here is got like X. Ante kada? So from the derivation I can write OQ dash value is equal to X. Raskunna. Alage. Idemoutundi, what will be the adjacent side? P dash Q dash value will be equal to Y. P dash Q dash value will be equal to Y. Right. So now you need to write the value of P dash coordinates. P dash coordinates, how you can write? X coordinate. What is the adjacent side? What is the adjacent side? Y. What is the opposite side? Which is X. So the coordinates of P dash, now it is becoming like Y comma X. The coordinates of P dash are becoming Y comma X. Figure chala baga ardham avvali. Right, children? Simple. First, I have taken a normal particle P, right, which is represented as X comma Y, and P dash is now becoming Y comma X. How it is becoming Y comma X? That thing, derivation I have proved here. I have taken two triangles, one is OPQ, other one is OP dash Q dash, other one is OP dash Q dash, right. By the similarity and the congruency property of triangles, right, what I have taken, OP value, both are radius, I made these both are equal, OQ is equal to OQ dash and PQ value is equal to P dash Q dash. In order to find out the coordinates of P dash, I need to find the value of OQ and P dash Q dash. So by equating the inequality, I got both the values of OQ and P dash Q dash. Clear with my point? Right. So I got the value of P dash, which is y comma x. Which is y comma x. Now I need to find out the value of sine. What is the value I need to find out? Sine 90 minus theta from the figure. Sine 90 minus theta. What is sine 90 minus theta? How you will define sine 90 minus theta? I told you the definition of sine. Sine is always defined as opposite by hypotenuse. Sine is always defined as opposite side by hypotenuse. Correct. What is opposite side of this figure? What is opposite side of this figure? Could you please tell me? What is the opposite side of this figure? If I take what is opposite side, this is adjacent. This is y coordinate is always representing your opposite side. So what I will get here? X divided by what is the hypotenuse side you got here? R. X by R. Hypotenuse is R, right? It will not change. So X by R. This is R as usual. Correct? This is R. X by R is a definition of what? Which is equal to cos theta. X by R is the definition of cos theta. Correct? Similarly, cos 90 minus theta. Cos 90 minus theta is defined as what? Adjacent upon hypotenuse. Adjacent upon hypotenuse. What is adjacent here? What is adjacent here? Could you please tell me? Tell me. Y side. Adjacent figure of this is y side. Right, y coordinate. What is y coordinate here? This one. Y by R. What is definition of y by R? Which is representing sine theta. Which is representing sine theta. Next I need to find out tan. Tan 90 minus theta. Tan 90 minus theta. I can define like the ratio of sine 90 minus theta by cos 90 minus theta. From the above inequalities, can I write like it is x divided by y? X divided by y. Correct? Understood? Similarly, the rest of the other three trigonometric ratios, which becomes a reciprocal function of this particular thing. Understood? So, similarly also you can derive sine 90 minus theta. I have derived you here. You can also derive sine 90 plus theta. Right? Cos 90 minus theta you can define for everything. Right? So, let's check with other property. What is the other one? If you want to derive the values of 90 plus theta. So, where does you got generally, where did you will get 90 plus theta from the figure? Can you please draw? 90 plus theta. So, up to here this is 90. 90 plus theta means it is greater than 90 degree. So, can I take this angle is 90 plus theta? This angle is 90 plus theta. Of course, I am taking here this angle is 90 plus theta. Correct. I am taking here my angle is 90 plus theta. Correct. So, let me take this point is equal to some R. R is my ray. If I am taking OR as my ray, now I need to find out the coordinates of R. If you could observe this, R is exactly symmetric to point P. R is exactly symmetric to point P. Antena? Daniki exact ga undi. R coordinates nenu find out cheyali. Ela undi R coordinate? It is getting exactly symmetrical to point P dash. So what it will become? If this is y comma x. If this is y comma x. What is this becoming? X axis is negative in the second quadrant. So, plus y unte idi minus y avutundi. Antena? X axis is negative in the second quadrant. If this is plus y, this will become minus y. Y quadrant is positive in the second quadrant. So, the points of R will become minus y comma x. minus y comma x. So from this diagram, if I want to derive sine 90 plus theta, 90 plus theta, always sine is defined as y coordinate to radius. Y coordinate to radius. How you will be defining this? What is y coordinate of the figure? X by r. What is x by r? Which is cos theta from the figure. Which is cos theta from the figure. Am I clear with this? Next, if you want to derive cos 90 plus theta, what is the value of cos 90 plus theta? Cos is always defined as x coordinate by radius. X coordinate by radius. What is x coordinate here? Minus y. Minus y by r is actually a definition of sin theta. So that will be equal to minus sin theta. Right. If I ask tan 90 plus theta, tan 90 plus theta. So it will be the ratio of sin 90 plus theta divided by cos 90 plus theta. So what will be the value? R will be get cancelled. You will be getting minus x by y. Minus x by y. So tan 90 plus theta will be minus cot theta. Minus cot theta. Understood? So we can derive for every angles like this. We can derive for every angles like this. For every allied angles of different type of trigonometric ratios. Here I have proved you sin 90 plus theta, sin 90 minus theta. Similarly, we can also prove for sin 180 minus theta, sin 180 plus theta. How you can derive? That will be the task for you. So sin 180 plus theta means how you can define up to here this is 180 degree. Right? Up to here this is 180 degree. If you take the theta from 180, you need to remove that. So this part will become, from 180 you need to remove. So this part will becoming sin 180 minus theta degree. So let me take the coordinates of S. The coordinates of S is exactly symmetrical to the coordinate of P, which becomes, what is this become? Minus x comma y. Minus x comma y. Correct? So from that you can derive the values of sin 180 minus theta. Correct? So this is about the concept, but you can't remember all these things, right? You will be getting little bit clumsy, right? If you want to read it in the form of this, that is fine. But you can't remember all these things. You can't, every time you can't able to draw the diagram, all these things, right? So to avoid that problem, I am having a trick for you. So how to remember in a shortcut way? How to remember in a shortcut way?